And the best way to avoid a sore butt when cycling is to cycle often.
Subscribe to our channel for more Zeke and Terri adventures.
Today's adventure is a little cycling down the Loire Valley. We're in Amboise, and right on the other side of this berm is the Loire River that is looking pretty big. And we'll find some bike paths as well as some chateaus and castles.
Chateaus and castles are the same thing.
We're gonna find them both. Oh, I see I just get excited every time I see guys with panniers on their bikes over here.
Wait, and I was excited by the Amboise castle that's over there.
Anyway, so we might have diverging interests today, but I'll try and keep the camera pointed on everything interesting. First, we gotta go get some bikes.
Okay, Zeke, this is gonna be a balance. Your happy place on a bike. My happy place in something old with a lot of history and a lot of stuff to learn.
And they're e-bikes, so we should be very comfortable today. And we're gonna go from
Amboise down to
to
Chenonceau, back to Amboise to hopefully go to the chateau in Amboise. Happy in the great outdoors.
It's a beautiful day.
Because where we're staying tonight is an enclosed space. The bike route from Amboise to Chenonceau is called the Royal Route or Bike Loop 47, and it is very well marked. I was a little nervous about the route despite being given a cute little map at the bike shop.
Do you see the chickens?
Chickens!
I thought we were going to be riding along the Loire River, but in Amboise, we quickly made a turn into the neighborhoods and started riding through vineyards, and after seeing chickens, I wondered what other animals we could expect to see along the way. I was actually pretty excited about it.
The route was beautifully marked and constantly changing. Paved stretches, gravel roads, and later even some bumpy root-covered trail along the Cher River near Chenonceau.
That variety kept it from getting too tedious for me. Cycling is always a challenge because I prefer to go fast or chase tennis balls.
We couldn't get over how fortunate we were to have such an incredible day for the ride, and there were very few other people out on the road. It's probably much busier during the summer. Given the amount of space at Chenonceau for bike parking, this is a really popular spot for cyclists of all levels.
Bike Loop 47 is stunning. The vineyards, farms, forests, villages, and every time we made a turn, we said, okay, this is the Loire Valley.
Here's to a lifetime of cycling.
Oh, we stopped briefly here in
Bléré.
for a beautiful burger at La 20, and sitting right in the courtyard with a church that looks really cool from the outside.
It's simple but beautiful on the inside. Has some nice stained glass windows, some vaulted ceilings, which were quite lovely, and the weather is so perfect.
Right.
We went about an hour and 10 minutes, 9 miles according to my watch, but who knows when it actually started the actual ride, and we have about 25 minutes till we get to Chenonceau.
All right, and we're off.
At this point, I was getting a little nervous as I looked at my watch. I wanted to have enough time to wander leisurely around the chateau and gardens at Chenonceau and visit Château d'Amboise.
It was interesting to see a fish ladder up close on the River Cher. I often read about them, but don't typically see them in person. We continued riding towards Chenonceau on what turned out to be a rough trail, which had me concerned for Terri on the bike. She was not happy. But it was fun to see how excited she was the closer we got to the chateau, especially after getting the first look of that iconic view, including the reflection on the water. What a money shot. I was hoping that the payoff of the chateau would be worth the rough ride on the trail and the ride in general.
Well, it was, for sure. I was slightly annoyed that we couldn't access the chateau from that side of the river and we had to ride further up to cross the bridge and then head back to the chateau. But that was all paved once we got on the bridge.
We are now paying guests inside the Chenonceau Chateau.
Château Chenonceau.
Look at all the cyclamen all on the... That was all outside where we stayed last night. It's so pretty.
Very cool.
But yeah, so we have to walk through this tree-lined promenade. There are gardens over there. I'm hoping that we can get to it. You've done the math. How long do we get to stay here?
I would say 2 hours would be a comfortable number. Well, let's talk about the most important thing, which was the bike ride to get here. That was beautiful. Top quality pavement.
Well, there was some rocky stuff.
Yeah, but that just makes it, that type 2 fun that we get to talk about later that we survived.
Well, one of the things that I'm thinking about, because you're thinking about the cycling and I'm thinking about the chateau, is I was last here as an 18-year-old. I'm just wondering, is this one of those things that I should have left in my memory.
Should we leave now?
No, we've already paid.
Oh, okay.
It was 18 euros a person to get in.
Steep. Gotta pay for all the gardeners around here.
Well, we better like it because we're gonna do a hot air balloon ride on Sunday over at this place. Do you think that's real? What'd you think, Zeke?
It's a popular spot.
And this is off season. I can't even imagine what it's like during the summer. It's probably insane. The thing that struck me the most were the absolutely gorgeous flower arrangements all throughout. They were tied into the tapestries, and I love tapestries. Didn't live up to the hype from what I remember, but you know, does anything? I don't know. Did you enjoy it at all? Was there anything you enjoyed about that?
I enjoy the outside of it. Its place in the world out here, beautiful from the outside. When I get inside, I'm not usually claustrophobic, but then a bunch of people and you're sort of ping-ponging around in there and you get a couple of school groups. And
So do you need something to snack on and a little coffee before we get back on the bikes, or do you just want to get on the bikes and see what we see?
Let's get on the bikes and see what we see.
Okay. Well,
This is Disneyland concessions here, so I'd rather go find something.
Well, thanks for humoring me
No, I'm
by
glad you
coming
enjoyed it.
here. Allons-y.
Allons-y.
After our visit, I was happy to be back on the bike. The weather was still amazing and we had plenty of battery left, which is always a concern with long e-bike rides on rentals.
And then I spied with my little eyes a church in the village of Chenonceau, so of course I had to take a peek in.
I was not sad that there wasn't going to be enough time for Château d'Amboise.
At least not that day. But I was super sad about how much my butt hurt at that point. I don't typically ride this far, and I was like a horse heading back to the barn. I couldn't cycle fast enough. It turned out the ride really wasn't a fitness issue, it was a butt versus saddle issue.
If you just spent more time cycling.
Yeah. Well, the landscape continued to be gorgeous, but I was definitely distracted by the pain in my butt, how far we had left to ride, and the time. The sun was definitely setting, and I did not want to be riding in the dark.
It was fascinating and surprising to see the logs piled up along the trail because it didn't look like an area that was being logged for lumber.
My poor butt.
Welcome to the life of a cyclist.
I don't think I'm signing up for that. Well, that was an hour and 25 minutes. Basically 14 miles.
We've got 2 kilometers to get back to the bike shop. It's only 5:20. They close at 7. And what did we come by, Terri?
The final home of Leonardo da Vinci.
Which
and the
is?
grounds are absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't look too busy. It's 1950 euro a person. It'll be a nice little break before we return the bikes. Maybe it'll give my butt a chance to feel a little bit better. Although that's probably going to be worse when I get back on, huh?
I'll give you a treatment later.
Château de Clos Lucé is a beautiful 15th century manor house where Leonardo da Vinci spent the final 3 years of his life. He used the rooms in the manor as a studio, workshop, and living space until he died here in 1519.
Today, the chateau is part museum, part immersive invention playground. You can walk through Leonardo's bedroom and studios, and in the basement there were models of his flying machines and engineering ideas.
The gardens were not just beautiful, but they also showcased many of his designs that had been brought to life at full scale.
This was my favorite part of our self-guided tour. First seeing the models in the basement, and then seeing them in the gardens.
Yeah, it was absolutely fascinating.
How you doing there, Terri?
My knee hurts.
It's been a day. Your knee hurts and your butt hurts.
My butt does not hurt right now because I'm not sitting on the seat.
Well, we're going to go turn these bikes in and go check into our next weird place.
Yay for 2 chateaux in one day! I was definitely happier as we made our way down the hill to return the bikes before the deadline and get off the damn bike. Okay.
Okay, the bikes are returned.
We're all done.
We got to get back to our car. Hope there's not a parking ticket on it.
Yeah, there was a bit of a challenge with that earlier.
And then get to our Airbnb, which is in the mystery weird places to stay video.
I don't know which video
See
is going
below.
to come out first.
That's the mystery.
It's a mystery for us too. So anyway, thanks for following on today's adventure, and the next adventure is going to be hot air balloon ride over Chenonceau.
And the best way to avoid a sore butt when cycling is to cycle often.